the last Mets pitcher to win the Cy Young Award, says he is pulling hard for Jacob deGrom to receive the honor this season. "I can't be objective," Dickey told the Post on Tuesday. "I want him to win it and I want it for the Mets. I want it for the fan base. I want it for him. He's been consistently good for a long time. I am pulling for him, there is no question." deGrom took the mound against the Marlins at Citi Field on Tuesday night with a Major League best 1.68 ERA, with 25 straight starts in which he had limited opponents to 3 runs or fewer, which tied a Major League record in one season. The Mets were finished playing meaningful baseball months ago, but now their most important games loom each time deGrom is scheduled to pitch. It all sounds so familiar to Dickey, the veteran knuckleballer who was pitching for a team going nowhere in 2012, when he seized the spotlight and gave Mets fans a reason to care. Dickey finished that season 26 with a 2.73 ERA and led the league with 230 strikeouts over 233 superscript 2 innings, and easily topped his closest competition, Clayton Kershaw, in the NL Cy Young voting. Kershaw was 14-9 with a 2.53 ERA and 229 strikeouts over 227 superscript 2 innings. The one strikeout that gave Dickey the lead over Kershaw? It came in Miami against Adam Greenberg, a career minor leaguer the Marlins signed to a one-day contract. See also rain just really complicated Jacob deGrom's Cy Young quest. Rain, 2. Jacob deGrom, 0. The weather pushed back another. It was his only at-bat all year, it was against me, and that ended up being the one strikeout that let me beat Clayton Kershaw, Dickey said. Nobody really talks about that, but I thought it was pretty poetic. I beat Kershaw in strikeouts and wins, and he beat me in ERA. From Dickey's perspective, the 20-win season helped sway voters. His concern for deGrom is the 8-8 record the right-hander took into play for a team that has failed miserably in scoring runs for him. Max Scherzer has 17 wins. Nola has 16 wins. Dickey wonders if deGrom can overcome that disadvantage. All his other metrics are there, Dickey said. If Dickey felt any pressure in trying to become the first Mets pitcher since Dwight Gooden to win the Cy Young Award, he doesn't remember it. That was a season in which Dickey's crowning moment came in his last home start, beating the Pirates for win No. 20, completing a rise from journeyman pitcher plucked from the scrap heap to Cy Young contender and then winner. "I felt such a connection with the fan base there," said Dickey, who was traded to the Blue Jays after the season in a deal that netted Noah Syndergaard and Travis, among others. See also Jacob deGrom's season puts him in a very elite conversation. Funny, the can of worms you can open up on that place is funny, right? It can go the Jason Bay way, or it can go the way it did for me. Thankfully I performed well while I was a Met. To win the 20th game in front of the home crowd, the last year I was a Met in a Cy Young year, that was probably one of the most special days of my whole life, and partly because of the relationship I had with the fan base. Dickey wasn't even aware of deGrom's presence in the organization.